Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Their Excellencies, the Right Honourable Dame Patsy Reddy, Governor-General of New Zealand, and Sir David Gascoigne.
Kia whai kororia ki a koe e ihoa o ngā mana. Tu aru iuri whā ioio ki toni tarangi me te whenua, i tau kororia nui, matua, tama, wairua tapu me ngā mera pono me te māngai, e tau toko mai, ai nei, ake nei.
Thank you everyone, please take a seat. I ngā mana, i ngā reo, i ngā iwi o ngā hoe whā. Tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Nau mai haere mai rā ki te whare kāwana. Kia ora tātou katoa. I specifically acknowledge our kuia, Mrs. Turupawai Higgins, and our kaumātua, Mr. Joe Harawera. Tēnā kōrua. And I offer a very special welcome to today's honour recipients. It's a great pleasure to host this investiture ceremony and bring together 9 honour recipients along with their family and friends to recognise the contributions they've made to our country. As Governor-General, I have the authority and the privilege on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. An investiture ceremony is one of the most important duties I perform as Governor-General, so it's a very real pleasure to resume these ceremonies after the months we've had of disruptions. On these occasions, it's my privilege to bring together individuals who've made an exceptional contribution in their respective fields of endeavour. Some of you have a national, even international public profile. Others are well known in their own communities. But what you have in common is the positive impact you've had on the economic, environmental, social and cultural well-being of our nation. This will be a memorable day for you and for your family and friends who've come to witness your investiture and celebrate with you. Ladies and gentlemen, as each recipient comes forward, I invite you all to join me in thanking and congratulating them for their service to our country. Catriona MacLeod will now read the citations for each recipient and invite them to come forward to receive their insignia.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Jillian, Lady Dean of Wellington, for services to philanthropy, particularly for rare disorders, the arts and youth. Jillian, Lady Dean, is the founder and chair of the Dean Endowment Trust, which provides financial assistance to organisations and individuals for arts, cultural, health and environmental projects. She is a patron of IHC New Zealand, the Arts Foundation of New Zealand, the Mahara Gallery, and Friends of the Dowse Art Museum. She helped establish and has been national coordinator of the Rett Syndrome New Zealand Trust. She's previously been a trustee of the New Zealand Organisation for Rare Disorders, the International Festival of the Arts, and the New Zealand Diana Princess of Wales Foundation. She's been a patron of the Mary Potter Hospice and Toast Martinborough. She was the ambassador for International Year of the Family and has made significant donations to local community projects. Lady Jillian Dean, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Mary Schumacher of Wellington for services to palliative care. Mary Schumacher is the Chief Executive of Hospice New Zealand. Under her leadership, many high-impact pieces of work have influenced the development of palliative care and end-of-life care for New Zealanders. She regularly represents hospice and palliative care at a national level on groups such as CANGO, the Palliative Care Advisory Group, and the Cancer Control Council. She has led negotiations with the government to ensure hospice care remains free of charge. She was Chief Executive Officer at Mary Potter Hospice Wellington before moving to the national role. She is a board member of the Sisters of Compassion, Home of Compassion, and has helped the organisation to extend their services to Horowhenua and Upper Hutt. Ms. Schumacher also supports community groups such as the Aunties and Dementia Wellington. Ms. Mary Schumacher, please come forward. Mr. Shane Walker of Dunedin for services to fostering children and social work. Shane Walker recently retired as chair of the Social Workers Registration Board and is a senior lecturer in the Department of Sociology, Gender Studies and Social Work at the University of Otago. He is a registered social worker, and he and his wife have been foster parents for 192 children. He's been a strong advocate for care and caregivers, and has supported the care service provided by the Dunedin Oranga Tamariki office. He is an unofficial kaumatua for Oranga Tamariki. He's been a member of various expert advisory bodies to take action against family and sexual violence. Mr. Walker is currently on the Family Violence Death Review Committee and Voice Whakarongomai, and has served on the Child, Youth and Family Care and Protection Resources panel. Mr. Shane Walker, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, George Burt of Katikati for services to Māori and broadcasting. George Burt helped the iwi of Tauranga Moana to establish their own iwi station in 1992 after a long period of service in radio broadcast. He became pivotal to the establishment of most of the tribal network of iwi radio across New Zealand. He was a driver of simultaneous broadcast between radio and the advent of live stream. He was a pioneer in simultaneous translation services for government panels and Treaty of Waitangi hearings. He pioneered the Hakarongamai translation service implemented by Te Matatini Performing Arts. Mr. Burt has continued to train iwi broadcasters, particularly emerging leaders, to become effective and independent managers of their broadcast resources. Mr. George Burt, please come forward. Ms. Kathleen Craig of Palmerston North for services to music and music education. Kathleen Craig, along with the group The Majorettes, was a Mobile Songquest winner in 1972. She's won multiple aria competitions and has sung with the Christchurch Symphony Orchestra and other orchestras. She's been a lead soprano alongside Dame Malvina Major and has starred in many operas and musical theatre productions. In Palmerston North, she runs a program called Start Singing, which provides vocal coaching to people who don't believe they can sing. She's been a foundation tutor in the performance at the Universal College of Learning and has taught singing at high schools. Ms. Craig coordinated a series of charity fundraisers called Wine, Women and Song. Ms. Kathleen Craig, please come forward. Ms. Paris Gobel of Auckland for services to dance. Paris Gobel is a choreographer, dancer, singer, director, and actress. She founded and co-runs the Palace Dance Studio in Auckland. With the Request Dance Crew, she won the World Hip Hop Dance Championship in 2009. Since then, her dance crew, the Royal Family, has won the championship 3 times. She's worked with Sierra, Little Mix, Justin Bieber, Rihanna, Janet Jackson, Jennifer Lopez, Nicki Minaj, and G-Dragon. She choreographed 13 music videos for Justin Bieber's Purpose album, including the video for Sorry, which has more than 3.1 billion views on YouTube. In 2018, Ms. Gobel published her autobiography, Young Queen, and was an ambassador for World Vision's 40-hour famine. Ms. Paris Gobel, please come forward. Jennifer Thompson of Lower Hutt for services to amputees and horticulture. Jennifer Thompson is a committee member of the Amputee Society of the Greater Wellington region and has held the roles of Vice President and President of the Society. She was Vice President and President of the Amputees Federation of New Zealand and is now a life member. She was Deputy Chair of the New Zealand Artificial Limb Board. She's volunteered as a guide at Zealandia for the past 8 years. She's President of the Hutt Valley Horticultural Society and led the Society to their first show in the new Lower Hutt Event Centre. Mrs. Thompson was a member of the Hutt City Council Central Ward Community Committee. Jennifer Thompson, please come forward. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Dai Cleverley of Timaru for services to the community and music. Dai Cleverley has established and run successful community choir groups in South Canterbury, including the largest community choir in Timaru with more than 40 members. She develops the annual musical showcase, Christmas on the Bay, which fundraises for Heart Kids South Canterbury. She's the office manager of Auraki Development Trust, Chamber of Commerce. She simultaneously works as the co-manager of Safer Communities Timaru and the office manager of Project Turnaround, delivering restorative justice. Her early voluntary work included helping children in need through Barnardo's, assisting parents through the CCS program, and coaching children in various sports. Mrs. Dai Cleverley, please come forward. Mrs. Mari Dixon of Waikaia for services to the community. Mari Dixon is Secretary of the Waikaia Red Cross and the sole St. John's first responder. As a school bus driver, she's volunteered her bus for community needs. She serves on the committee of Switzer's Museum. She's Treasurer of the Waikaia Riversdale RSA and Chairperson of Waikaia Leisurecraft. She's been Treasurer of the Waikaia Progress League, Secretary and Treasurer of the Waikaia Community Centre, and a committee member of the local squash club, Plunket and Cemetery. Mrs. Dixon has volunteered behind the scenes for school and theatre productions and often drives elderly locals to medical appointments. Mrs. Mari Dixon, please come forward. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
Our honours system is our nation's highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces values and behaviours that sustain our communities and help our nation thrive and prosper. These include service, courage, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of knowledge and excellence. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour, or their commitment to excellence in their own field of expertise, our recipients have set a fine example for others, encouraging them in their own endeavours. To the recipients, it's been a privilege to hear your stories today. You've demonstrated determination, commitment and compassion in your daily lives. In your own way, each of you has helped make Aotearoa New Zealand a better place to live. In some cases, your influence and the positive impact of your work has extended beyond our shores. Your actions and the stories we've heard reflect the spirit of the words of one of our great scientists, Sir Paul Callaghan, when he said, "What greater sense of fulfilment can there be but to make a difference to the community in which you live?" It's hard to make a difference in New York. Here, everything you contribute makes a visible difference. On behalf of all New Zealanders, I thank you for the difference you've made to our communities and our nation, whether by dedicating your lives to the public good, achieving distinction in your chosen field, or inspiring others with your leadership. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your contributions are recognised and valued, and others are inspired by your example. Well, that is almost the close of our formal part of our ceremony today, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do break for refreshments, may I ask you to stand and join me in singing our national anthem.